Hello, everyone. This is the final week in our 4-week short yoga flow series, all focused on improving balance. This week, we're doing a flow against the wall, using the wall for support with your balance posture if you need it. My name is Deb, and welcome to Women Reinventing Midlife TV, where we aim to inspire women over 50 to thrive in a meaningful life that you deeply desire and deserve. So the first 3 weeks of this 4-week series, we did a variation of beginner movements and postures with different balance postures in sitting, partial sitting, and standing, and you'll find those videos at the end of this one. This week, we're doing some beautiful spinal waves and twists, and we're doing a double balance posture that maybe is a little bit tricky than the others that we've done in previous weeks, but remember that regular practice brings more balance. Now, if you've never done any form of yoga or exercise before, it's important to check with your doctor or your specialist first. And please remember, if you find this practice enjoyable and helpful, to subscribe to this channel to support me in continuing to support you. Okay, so let's get on the mat and get started. Okay, as we usually do, we begin with breath awareness, and we begin with breath awareness in sitting again today. And again, because the practice is against the wall, or mostly against the wall, you actually have the wall for support with your breath awareness too, the wall is a really handy prop to have. And you can sit on a block or a pillow, whichever's more comfortable for you. But the great thing about the wall is that it allows you to get your spine really lengthened. It's actually quite comfy sitting against the wall. It's a really lovely supportive feeling. So bringing your awareness inward to your breath. And first of all, checking in with your body alignment. Is your spine lengthened? So really sitting tall against the wall with your shoulders relaxed back and down. Your hands are loosely in your lap with your palms facing upwards, thumb and forefinger together. Bringing your awareness inward to your breath and breathing into your natural breath with a gentle expansion of the abdomen on the inhale and a gentle softening of the abdomen on the exhale. Natural breath is slow, even flowing, and effortless. As you breathe in, the abdomen expands. As you breathe out, the abdomen gently pulls in. Maintaining your awareness on your breath. And on your next inhale, transitioning into complete breath, filling your lower, your middle, your upper lungs. And on the exhale, releasing from the upper, the middle, the lower lungs, pulling the navel in firmly to the base of the spine. As you breathe in, the abdomen expands, the rib cage expands, the chest expands. As you breathe out, the chest softens, the rib cage softens, the abdomen softens, and then the navel pulls in firmly to the base of the spine. Complete breath in, complete breath all the way out. Maintaining breath awareness. On your next exhale, hinge forwards into cat. Bringing yourself into cat position. Inhale, bring your hands closer to your knees. Tuck the toes, lift the sit bones. And release the spine down into earth touch. The earth touch asana. And on your next exhale, just roll to stand. Tuck the tailbone, curve the spine, rolling vertebra by vertebra up. Inhale, upward salute, arms up through the sides. Exhale, hands to heart, flowing on release. And standing asana. Your feet are hip distance apart. And your spine is nice and lengthened from the base of the spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up through to the crown of the head. On your next inhale, quarter turn to the left, and then quarter turn to face the wall. And making sure that you're an arm length away from the wall with your fingertips touching and your feet are hip distance apart. Lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown of the head, vertebra by vertebra. And on your next inhale, forward salute, interlace the hands in front of the hips. Forward salute, arms up overhead. Exhale, wall hang. The sit bones move back with the lengthened spine. You bring your hands to the wall. So the hands are slightly more than a shoulder width apart. And they're quite high so that you feel really secure in this posture. You're pressing into the wall and up through your hands, and you're pressing into the mat and back through your heels. Inhale here. Exhale, right side flowing warrior. Tuck the chin, curve the spine. As the tailbone tucks and the hips move forward, step forward with the right foot. Inhale, lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown. Exhale, wall hang. The sit bones move back at the same time that the foot comes to the left and the head comes in line with the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, flowing warrior, opposite side. Tuck the chin, curve the spine, tuck the tailbone, the hips move forward. As you step forward with the left foot, inhale, lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown. Exhale, wall hang. The sit bones move back. The left foot comes to the right and the head comes in line with the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, right side flowing warrior. Tuck the chin, curve the spine, tuck the tailbone, the hips move forward, step forward with the right foot. Inhale, lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown. Exhale, wall hang. The right foot comes to the left and the head comes in line with the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, left side flowing warrior. Tuck the chin, curve the spine, tuck the tailbone. Stepping forward with the left foot. Inhale, lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown. You'll notice my arms are always straight. Exhale, the left foot meets the right as the head comes in line with the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, right side flowing warrior asana. Tuck the chin, curve the spine. The tailbone tucks, the hips move forward as you step forward with the right foot. Inhale, lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown and hold. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs. And looking here, you'll notice that my back leg is nice and straight. Both of my arms are straight. So this is a really strong posture. Breathing into the stretch. And on the next exhale, wall hang. The right foot meets the left as the head comes in line with the arms. Inhale here. Exhale. Left side flowing warrior. Tuck the chin, curve the spine, tuck the tailbone. And step forward with the left foot. Inhale, lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown and hold. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs. Breathing into the stretch, really pushing back through that back heel, pressing into the wall and up through the hands. And on the next exhale, wall hang. The left foot meets the right. The head comes in line with the arms for wall hang asana. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs, and really pressing into the wall and up through the hands, pressing back through the sit bones, back through the heels. And on your next exhale, roll to stand, the knees bend, the tailbone tucks. You start rolling the spine vertebra by vertebra down as the hands slide down the wall. Inhale, lengthening from the base of the spine up through the crown of the head, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart, flowing on release. Standing asana. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs. Filling your lungs to your most comfortable maximum. And on your next inhale, quarter turn to the right. And we're going to do a double balance posture. And this can be done in a number of different ways. And always remember that our balance is different on different days. Sometimes we're going to find it a little easier to do these postures, and some days it might not be as quite as easy, and sometimes it might be challenging. So there are different ways to do this posture that I'm just going to demonstrate now. So depending on your flexibility, depending on how easily you're finding it to balance today, you can position your foot in a different place for this tree posture. So the traditional way to balance your foot in tree is to place the foot against the inner thigh. Now, remember you have the wall for support, so you can hold on to the wall to get yourself into the posture, or you can also hold on to the wall if you want to stay in this posture as well and you want the wall for support. So there's a few different ways to do this. You can have your foot up here against the inner thigh. You can have it against the inner part of the calf and the shin. So just on the inner side there, the inner part of your leg. One place you must never put it is here where your knee is, because it puts pressure on the knee. So placing your foot here, or, and this is where I'm going to do mine today, you can actually place it, keep your right toes on the floor and just place it against the ankle. So there's that option too. And it still requires a lot of balance even to do this. So, and remember that a lot of people find it easier to do standing balance postures when they're off their mat. So it might mean you're standing on a hard floor. That always helps as well. And what also helps is the focus. So finding a spot to focus in front of you, and staying focused on that spot will help you maintain your balance. Okay, so we'll begin with tree one. And for me, I'm going to place my foot here. You can place it here. You can place it here, whichever is more comfortable and easier for you to access today. So for me, I'm placing mine here and making sure that this hip goes to the center. You're not sticking your hip out. The hip goes to the center. And even for this, it can take a little bit to maintain the balance. So your hands are in front of you, resting against your thighs, your thumb and forefinger together for tree one. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs, filling your lungs to their most comfortable maximum. And on the next inhale, extended tree, interlace the hands in front of the hips, forward salute. Bring the arms up overhead. Again, focusing on the breath and focusing on that spot just in front of you for a visual focus. And exhale into tree two. And exhale into half stance. So flowing on release with the hands. The arms come to the side and that right foot comes to the back and you take hold of it with your right hand. So that right elbow is turned back. And again, remember you have the wall for support and your knees are in line with each other. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs. And on your next inhale, extended half stance. Extend the left arm up above the head. And exhale. The arms and the foot releases down. Well done. Even with the right foot partially on the ground, it's still a tricky posture. It still requires balance. Standing asana, breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs, making sure that your feet are hip distance apart. And on your next inhale, we come into tree one on the opposite side. So bringing your left foot to rest either against the right inner thigh or the right inner shin, or with the left toes touching the ground and the heel resting just above the ankle. Making sure that that hip stays central. And the arms, the hands, the palms are in front of you, facing forward with your thumb and your forefinger together. Tree one, asana, breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs. And on your next inhale, extended tree, interlace the hands in front of the hips. And the arms lift above the head with the fingers staying interlaced. Exhale, tree two. The palms come together and the hands come to the heart. Remember your shoulders are relaxed back and down. On your next exhale, flowing on release, the arms release down as the left foot comes behind and you take hold of the left foot. Even I have a balance with that one. And you take hold of the left foot. I'll come onto the hard floor. Take hold of the left foot with the left hand. And you'll notice that maybe one side is easier to balance than the other, and that's certainly the case with me whenever I do these postures. Inhale, extended half stance. Raise the right arm up and hold. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs. And exhale, the arms release down, the foot releases down. And it's times like this when you do your balanced posture that you notice sometimes that you have one leg that's stronger than the other. And that's perfectly normal. Focusing on your breath. Filling your lower, your middle, your upper lungs. On your next exhale, quarter turn away from the wall. Step back with your heels against the wall. And then just step a foot length away from the wall, just a foot length. Inhale, upward salute, arms up through the sides. Exhale, earth touch. You'll notice as your sit bones move back, they touch the wall, which gives you a lovely support. And then interlace the forearms as the spine releases down. And we call this waterfall. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lungs. You can change the interlacing of the forearms. And on your next exhale, release the hands to the earth. And you might like to heel toe a little bit further away from the wall, about a thigh length away. And then exhale, sliding down into basic squat. If you have blocks for support, you can use your blocks. And hip lift to the front of the mat to prep to lower. Exhale. Tuck the tailbone, curve the spine, rolling vertebra by vertebra down into knees to chest. The knees to chest asana. You can stay still at the center or you can rock from side to side. And if you rock from side to side, slow and even flowing with the rhythm of the breath. On your next exhale, prep for eagle twist, and we're doing another variation of eagle twist this week. So bring your arms to a T position and your legs raised to 90 degrees. Cross your right thigh over your left and release the feet down to the mat. Inhale, shift the hips to the right, and exhale, twist with your knees to the left. For eagle twist asana, your head can stay center or turned in the opposite direction to the twist. Feeling the spine releasing into the twist with each breath. And on your next exhale, slowly vertebra by vertebra unwind and shift your hips back to center. Inhale, step in, unwind the legs, bring the arms beside you. And exhale, bring both knees to chest. Inhale here. Exhale, other side. Bring your arms to your T position. Your legs raised to 90 degrees. Cross the left thigh over the right. And the feet release down. Inhale, shift your hips to the left. And exhale, twist with your knees to the right for eagle twist asana. Breathing into the lower, the middle, the upper lung. Filling your lungs to your most comfortable maximum. Feeling your spine releasing into the twist with each breath. And on your next exhale, slowly vertebra by vertebra unwind. Shift your hips back to center. Inhale, unwind your legs, bring your arms beside you, and exhale, bring both knees to chest. Knees to chest asana, complete breath in, complete breath all the way out. Maintaining breath awareness on your next exhale, lowering both feet and arms to partial recline. Inhale, recline butterfly, lift both heels, rotate your knees out to the sides, bringing the soles of your feet together for recline butterfly asana. Filling your lower, your middle, your upper lungs in complete breath. And exhaling from the upper, the middle, the lower lungs, pulling the navel in firmly to the base of the spine. This is a beautiful posture to do yoga nidra in if it's comfortable for you. You can place pillows underneath your thighs to ground your thighs and make it more comfortable. Or if you're more comfortable with your legs extended along the mat, you can do that as well. Releasing into natural breath with a gentle expansion of the abdomen on the inhale and a gentle softening of the abdomen on the exhale. 5 to 10 minutes of yoga nidra now. Deep relaxation allows your body to fully embed the practice. And thank you for joining me. I trust that you found this practice helpful today, and indeed that you found the whole 4-week series helpful for balance. And please remember, if you have, to like the video, share it, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell for notifications so you're notified as soon as the next video comes out. Lots of love to you, and I'll look forward to next time. Namaste.